Notice this. Number one, the discipline of God is painful and sorrowful. It is. It's painful and sorrowful. Verse 11, no discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. There's a trend among younger folks, and I love all the younger folks, and I was a younger folk a little while ago. But there's a trend that is beginning to question, hey, if I'm suffering at all, that means something's wrong. Something's wrong with the system. There's someone who's causing my suffering. We should just be able to get out of this. We should be able to solve this socially somehow. And can I just encourage you, that's just not true. Like, suffering is a part of life. Sin caused suffering. Sin is still here. We should try to alleviate all suffering we can, but you can't get away from suffering, and it doesn't mean that something is wrong necessarily. To say it a different way, not all negative emotions equal harm. Not all negative emotions equal harm. Pain can be redemptive. Pain can be great. Pain can be really good. Pain alerts you, hey, pay attention to this. Something's got to give. When I first came to know Christ, dude, I probably only thought about the problems I wanted God to solve. But I found out real quick, he does, dude, and he solved a bazillion since then. But also, there's certain problems if you're going to stand for Jesus in a culture that doesn't like that, you're going to get some new problems. And if you're going to be one of the ones that Jesus takes a scouring sponge to and has to work on a little bit, you're like, problems. I have problems now. Yeah, you got problems because you said yes. You said, God, use me. God, teach me. God, form me. You said yes, and now, you get some scouring, baby. Back in 2014, so this church, for those of you who don't know, is really two church families that came together, Torch Church and Faith Church. Back in about 2014, Torch Church, the church that I was leading, we were really excited. We've been a church plant for about 5 years, and we didn't have a building. We were meeting in a movie theater and some other places. And, after about 5 years, you're just tired of that. Like, the winter snow is hard at 5 a.m., and it's just hard to do that all the time and load in and tear down and all that kind of stuff. And we were looking for a building, and we became aware of a building that might be available. And so we went to check it out. And I was just dreaming, man. I'm like, this is going to be it. It's going to be so dope. I even brought some folks there. I was like, let's walk through this. Isn't it going to be awesome? We'll put this over here, and that's going to be great. And then we invited some contractor friends, some friends who can see the bones a little bit better than us. And my buddy Jim pulled me aside. He's like, Carter, you do not want to do this. This is going to be a lot of money to fix that, and that. Don't do it. Don't go yet. Wait for God. And it was hard, man. And it was a heartbreaking thing because I had to meet with all those people again and be like, sorry, nope, that's not going to happen. Let's get back to the theater. But I felt like the Lord communicated this to me. You think you need this. You only need me. Now, I knew that, I knew that. But you got to go through, why? Because you only need me. You think you need this, but you only need me. See, the discipline of God, it's loving yet painful pressure the Lord applies to remove sin, to remove folly, to remove, in my case, sometimes stupidity. And he does it so that we can come closer to one another. Now, what does he say? He says, hey, man, there's a danger here. Remember what he said? He said, don't make light of God's discipline. Meaning, take it seriously. Don't be like, he probably doesn't mean it. Okay, I see that you're warning me about that, God. I'll wait for the next warning. Careful now, because God can crank up that heat. He's probably giving you the bare minimum of pain in order to get you to grow in whatever way he wants. But if you just kind of shuck it off and be like, God's pain don't matter, the writer says, watch out for that. But also, and this might be more relevant right now for many of us, don't lose heart when God disciplines you. When I first began to put this together, I was probably 18. I'm putting this together. God corrects me. And I probably felt something like, I can't believe this. I'm so stupid anyway. God, of course God's going to correct me. He's so disappointed in me. I'm such a yutz. Why wouldn't he correct me? Because that's losing heart. No, he's treating you like his own children. That's why he's doing it. And it might be, my friend, for you, you're in a season of discipline right now, but the greatest fruit is just on the other side of it. You just got to keep going. Just don't run. Just try to stay put. Let him do his thing and let it run its course. It really is in your best interest because, see, he's not just like a disciplinarian. What is he? Remember what it said? He's your father. And we're going to talk about our old mans for a second, okay? He's not like your old man. However awesome your old man was or however bad your old man was, he's not like him. See, he's better in quality as a father. He's going to just produce better stuff. Like he knows the better ends. He knows the right stuff to do. And he knows the right amount to do, the right pressure to apply. He knows just what it's going to take in order to bring you where you need to go. Some of you heard this story before, but when my kids were a little bit younger, I'd be upstairs working on something in my office room, and I'd hear them downstairs, and they begin to yell, and they begin to like, "Ah, ah, 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 ah," and I'm hearing this, and I'm just starting to like fume, these kids being so loud, and now they're fighting, tearing each other down, so I come down the stairs, and you can hear me coming. I'm like, "All right, you kids, quit doing this, la, la, la." And Kenzie's like, "Yo, bro, they're playing a game. They're playing, dude." Well, why did I do that? Because I'm a crappy father compared to God. You know what I'm saying? Like he never gets it wrong. He's never like applies the wrong thing. He knows exactly what we need and he gives the right amount toward the right ends. He'll even just take us the right place that we're supposed to go if we'll try not to run. So the discipline of God is painful and sorrowful, but check this out. God's motive is love and faithfulness. He disciplines the one he loves and he chastens everyone he accepts. If you trust Jesus, you're going to be occasionally disciplined by him. And the key is to remember he's not rejecting you. This is actually a sign that he accepts you. It's not a rejection, it's actually a value statement. See, when he gave his life for you, he was saying, you're worth this much to me. I value you this much. And I just don't throw away my stuff. Do you know that about God? Like, if you're his, he doesn't throw that away. He doesn't like, "Oh, crap, this did turn out bad." No, he saw the end from the beginning, and he said, "I'll tell you what I'm going to do." What is he going to do? I'm going to fix it. I'm going to shape it. I'm going to get it better. I know exactly how it's supposed to be perfect, so I'm going to get it better like that. He accepts us, my friends. That means he doesn't just tolerate you. He delights in you. He doesn't just tolerate you. He delights in you. When I tell my kids, "Hey, who wants to go for ice cream?" None of them have ever been like, "Well, I guess I'll tolerate that." No, dude, they sometimes almost lose their minds. They're like, "Yes, let's go now. Can we go now?" They're excited about it. They're accepting of that. They're delighting in that idea. When God thinks about you, do you know that he delights in you? You're like getting ice cream to him. Like, yes, I love that. I want that. There's a book it's a kid's book, but it's pretty deep, by Max Lucado called You Are Special. And it's about Punchinello and the little wooden Weemic people. Now these Weemics, they're kind of strange, man. Okay, so they walk around and they give each other stars or dots. So if they see you doing something good, or they think you're talented or you're great at something, they're gonna give you a star. But if they think you're not so good, or you clumsy or do something wrong, they give you a dot. And so these little Weemics, they get stars and dots all over themselves. Well, little Punchinello only had dots. Nobody thought he did anything good. And so he's super depressed. Well, one day he meets a friend that doesn't have any stars or dots. And he's like, "What did you do to get rid of all your stars and dots?" And she says, "I go see Eli." Now, Eli is the carpenter, the maker, who lives very nearby. She says, "I go see Eli every day, and he teaches about my value. I don't need stars from Weemics, and I don't need dots. They don't matter because all that matters is what Eli thinks." Well, Punchinello goes to see Eli, and he begins to understand, I'm going to come see Eli every day, and he's going to slowly remove my dots because it's going to teach me that I am special. My friend, you are Punchinello. And this is what he says. As Punchinello's leaving Eli's workshop for the first time, he says, remember, Eli said as the Weemick walked out the door, you are special because I made you, and I don't make mistakes. I made you, and I don't make mistakes. So what do we do when we're feeling like we got a lot of dots? Well, we focus on the fact of God's love. We focus on the fact, I know that you've been maybe in a really hard season. That doesn't mean that you're a failure. It means that he's forming you like Eli. Are we hearing that? Just because you feel like, yeah, it's been rough and tumble, I hear that, I feel for that, I'm sorry for that. You're not being punished, you're being parented by someone who doesn't ever going to give you up. He doesn't throw away stuff that is his. He just fixes it. Somebody say, try not to run. Is this helping anybody? Let me hear an amen if you think this is helpful today. I know it is. It's God's word. Of course it's helpful.